houses finished up in the next 55 days. So we're really pushing all the subcontractors. So we're excited to get the painters out of here and move them next door. Keep rolling. Brent Walker Homes has finished his house next door. So this is the first of the 4 that we're doing as DCI. And it's all in different phases. They're all 4 in different phases. This is the first one to get drywalled and first one to get completed. So, we're gonna push it. The show's October 3rd. So we're going full speed ahead. The subcontractors are working all night long. We got lights coming in and stuff. So we're gonna make it. But this one here will make it with no problem. The one next door will make it with no problem. But the next 2 are gonna be working. Come September, they'll be working all night. The trim carpenters, the painters, the finished plumbers, finished electric, hanging fixtures, so it'll get really crazy. But that's what you do in a home show. There's actually 55 different operations in building a single family home. So, I mean, right now on this site alone in these 4 houses, we probably have at least 100 people on this site. They're doing drywall, they're doing exterior trim, they've got bricklayers, we're running electric, we've got plumbers, we've got a little bit of everything. So we probably have over 100 people working here today on the 4 houses, but 55 different operations, and there's probably 4 or 5 people with each operation, at least. I mean, we have 14 exterior trim guys on the site right now, 14 of them in 3 different lifts, so it's a big operation. Most people can't see a finished product. Most of the time when you sell a house of this magnitude, you gotta have grass in, you gotta have everything down, the carpet, everything, because not a lot of people can see, unless you're in the business, can really see what it's gonna look like. You see, we got plastic on the windows now to keep from scratching the glass, so you can't really see even the view. But everybody seems to love this floor plan. First of all, you see how open this is.
Yeah.
And it also has a dumbwaiter in the garage. And the dumbwaiter goes right upstairs to, it's gonna be, I don't want to say party room, but it's just a big entertainment area. I like to take you up there and show it to you.
Yeah.
It's a bar, it's if they smoke cigars, kind of an area where you can go in and have your big screen TV and your private time and your bar and whiskey. Basically a man cave.
Gotcha.
But people seem to love the privacy here and the width. You can see all the way downtown. Of course, you can see downtown on every one of the houses. Yeah. But this one has a little larger upstairs deck than the other one. Wow, what a view. Gorgeous, isn't it? I know. Was that last night when we were going? I was trying to think. I didn't know it was last night before. I scared to death. That was great. That was great. But you can see the Great American Tower down there. My sales manager, Bob Criley. But the rooms are large, but again, the biggest thing is the serenity from every room. Every window of the house gives you privacy. Even though the houses are relatively close together, by the time you get finished with the landscaping and the way we've positioned the windows, since we've designed all of the houses, we've positioned the windows so that you're not looking in on someone else and you have privacy no matter where you are. This is going to be a dumbwaiter. It comes right up from the garage. So when you pull your car in the garage, you're full of beer or water or food or whatever, Instead of having to carry it up all the stairs, you just put it on the dumbwaiter, and it's electric. It'll come right up here. There'll be a door. And you've got all your beverages, you've got everything you need. So, because we feel like most people are going to spend their time up in this room. It's so large, it's kind of like I said, it's an entertainment area. Now this particular room is really all bonus. This is what we're calling our basement, because there are no basements here. We took, we built on a slab, because if we built on a slab, we have the potential to take these houses out of the floodplain, and you won't even need flood insurance, because we're higher than the 100-year floodplain, okay? And nothing touches it. If you build a basement in there, if your basement touches it, you may need flood insurance. So we wanted to make sure we didn't need it, and we went ahead and built all the basements above the garages. So this would basically be your basement. But then when we started getting into it and putting the lumber down and drywall, etc., everybody's like, oh man, look at this space, it's incredible. Can you imagine if you had kids or grandkids or just visitors? I mean, you could do a lot in this room. So we finish it off, we're gonna carpet it and paint it and clean up. And every house has this. So above the garage, and they're all 3-car garages basically, you have a huge space, just storage. This would be storage, but we did put heat and light, electric, and everything in it. So it's going to be neat. Look at this. Now these guys, what they're doing nowadays, they're blowing insulation in. Remember the old pink bat insulation that they'd roll up and staple it and stuff? Well, you never got a tight grip on it. You know, you lost, the paper would always come out and there'd always be edges that you'd leak on. Yeah. Now this is way more expensive, but it's about 3 times the R factor. It's just ridiculous. So they actually literally blow that in with the big hose that they're pulling out right now. I mean, it's amazing. They blow it in and it's wet, and then it takes about 3 days to dry. You have to get the whole thing dried out before you drywall, but look how tight all this is. As far as everything being caulked.
That's amazing. Oh, I've never seen that.
Yeah, it's amazing what they're doing now. And again, it's a lot more expensive, but these houses are 2x6 walls. Like most builders are putting in 2x4 walls. I mean, we're doing a lot of extra things. These are obviously really, you know, high end.
So the walls, say that again about the walls.
The walls, the studs for the walls are actually 2x6s. Now most houses, if you go anywhere, they're 2x4s. I mean, they've been building houses out of 2x4s forever. The interior walls are 2x4. That's fine, but you want thicker exterior walls, because now I got a 2x6 in there, which gives me that much more insulation. It also finishes the windows up a lot nicer. You got a nice windowsill and things, you know, it's a lot wider because you're 2 inches wider. But you pick up 2 inches, which is really 50% as far as insulation. You know, if you got 2x4 and it goes to a 2x6, you just picked up 50% more insulation, basically. Not to mention that this stuff that they blow on is much better than the bats. I mean, just look through here. Look how tight everything is. You know, they'll drywall the ceiling, and then the reason this doesn't have any insulation here is because once they drywall that ceiling, they'll come back and they'll blow the whole ceiling, and the drywall holds it. You know, just like when you look at an attic and you see it all fluffed up about a foot deep, that's what they'll do. But in the meantime, they got to put the drywall in to hold it. So they're finishing here now. They're ready to drywall. We'll get inspection. Yeah, of course, every step of this process is inspected, and by the county and by the city. You know, so. But I can tell you right now, this will pass. Look how tight this is. I mean, it's awesome. There's not one place. Like usually, if you go on a construction site, you can look through houses that are being framed. You can see daylight. You know, but look at this. If there's any chance of daylight, we caulk every single board, every single gap is full, every electric outlet. So everything is caulked. There's not one area you could show where there'd be even a spot that isn't already insulated. And that's huge when it comes to utility bills, especially, you know, here in Cincinnati in the Midwest like that. We get some cold months, December, January, February. So it makes a huge difference with your utility bills over the lifetime of your house. I mean, it's tens of thousands of dollars, you know. But this is a different section here now. These houses are a little thinner, skinnier than the houses we just went through are 50-foot wide. These houses are 30-foot wide. They're basically, though, ironically, they're the same square footage, pretty much, still around 4,000 square feet, because these all have a third floor. We're going to build 21 of these, and they all have a third floor. They're all going to have a rooftop deck, which is just outstanding. When we get up here in a second, you know, you'll see, and it's just amazing. So it is a little different, though. Unlike those houses that we just came out of, the 50-footers, they don't all have first floor masters. These masters are actually on the second floor. Master bedroom is unbelievable. It's phenomenal. Even in the little larger houses next door, this is probably the coolest master bedroom, because what we did, we actually combined 2 bedrooms and made a suite out of it. This is actually the master right here. That bathtub is just, that's going back. That doesn't belong there, as you can tell. But what I did, open up a doorway here. We're gonna put 2 French doors here. So you could walk in here and make this a sitting area for the master. Or if you did have a young kid or a baby, this would be a great baby's room. And you could just close, you could keep the doors closed, or you keep them open, or you just take them off its hinges if you want to keep this all open. And kind of have a sitting room in here, and then the master. So, I mean, this is a 30-foot wide master is what you're looking at. You know, we talked earlier about the basements being above the garages. Take a look at this. This is the guest bedroom up here.
Oh, let's do that same thing again. Go back to there.
Okay.
Let me get right here.
Watch that thing, it's dangerous.
Yeah.
Yeah, grab me. All right, now go ahead and sit.
We've got 2 guest bedrooms upstairs here. Again, the houses are all set up that you can live on the first floor. You don't have to ever come upstairs. But these are obviously pretty large bedrooms. But I wanted to show you the size of what I call the basement. Again, you know, this is all above every garage. We made the basement, and it sounds weird terminology-wise, but this is what you end up with. So this will all be finished, and there'll be commercial carpet down, and you can store, you do whatever you would do in the basement, you do it up here. But you don't need to go down a cold basement to do it. This also could be a bedroom. It's got a full bathroom, it's got plenty of closet space, or it could just be an entertainment area. I think that's what will end up on most people. But take a look at this deck. This is the largest deck on the complex. I mean, we're building 41 single-family houses here. This is the largest deck. I mean, it's fantastic. You can see all the way downtown. You can see the Great American Tower. You can see Waterworks and St. Rose's Church across in Ohio. Look at the panoramic view. You see Hyde Park. You see the Meridian down around the corner, almost where Old Coney is. I mean, it's just unbelievable, this view. I've been up here many nights during construction. It's just absolutely gorgeous, because what happens is you've got the rolling hills of Ohio, and you've got Columbia Parkway, which every 200 feet they have a light, and that light comes across at nighttime and puts a nice kind of a glow to the river. It's just gorgeous. So I reinforced the floor here in this with the floor joists, so you can put a hot tub anywhere you want on this whole top here, which is really unusual, because most houses you have one designated area you have to put it. And there's no also restriction on how many people can come up here. Most of the time it's limited to different people because of the weight and the construction of the building. But we reinforced this entire floor really for one reason, the WEBN fireworks, which I guess is the Toyota fireworks now, and we don't want to go through that, where across the river we had some buildings over there and you could only have like 40 people up because of the weight limits, you know, as far as the code goes. So we reinforced this entire floor. We know there's going to be times where there's well over 100 people up here watching the EBN fireworks, watching the game, the Reds fireworks, etc. So this is going to be one heck of an area. I mean, it's just so pretty at night. I think this is where everybody's going to hang out. We got a full kitchen inside there. We got a full bathroom. You got everything you need, really. You could live on this whole top floor. But it's just beautiful. And then you could be here by yourself with a friend, or a companion, and serenity. Put your 2 lawn chairs out. But I picture a lot of people on these decks over the future of this building. I mean, there's just nothing like it. And you can see the EBN fireworks. You can see the Reds fireworks. You can see the stadium right there. If you look close, you see the lights coming up through the yellow bridge. All our houses look back at Mount Adams and downtown and all the lights at Columbia Parkway and all the high rises, and it's just, there's a lot to look at with the different colored lights and things coming down and making the river glow different colors. So it's much prettier to look back over with all these trees, and in the fall they all obviously turn colors, etc. But it's gorgeous. I like it over here so much. I lived on the other side for 20 years over there, and I can't wait to move in. In fact, that house right there, I'm going to be moving in November 1st, and I can't wait.